Now I'm ready to glaze my cake with chocolate ganache. So my setup for this is an icing rack with parchment underneath. The parchment is there so that my excess glaze or ganache, whatever I'm glazing with, it doesn't end up being trash, that I can, I have this on a clean surface and I can scrape up that extra ganache that comes off, and I can reuse that for more glazing or for other purposes for ganache. My ganache that I have here, I've heated up to in between 110 to 120 degrees. So I'm just giving this one last stir. That temperature is important because below that it's not fluid enough, and above that it can actually melt whatever frosting or whether that's buttercream or a ganache that you used as a frosting underneath your cake. If it's too warm, it can actually melt that off. So 110 to 120 is that happy temperature range. Before I glaze my cake, you need to make sure that whatever coating you have is well frozen, so that it can stand up to the heat of this. So I have that in the freezer until I'm ready to bring that out. And then I also have cut the board around the cake to be exactly that of the cake, so that the glaze can flow freely down. It doesn't get caught up on that board, so you'll see that when I bring that out. This is not something that you want to have let sit coming straight from the freezer, because you can get condensation over it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start pouring. So I like to go around the sides to make sure that that goes all the way down. And then I just come back and grab the top. And you can see this does take quite a bit of glaze or ganache. And then I just take my offset and just gently push that down so that I don't have too thick of a coating up top. Give that a little tap so that it grabs any excess weight, and it also smooths the top. You see that beautiful, nice finish. Now I do want to go ahead and get this back in the freezer, just so this can set up before I start piping and I'm not having any trouble with soft ganache. So I am just using the offset spatula to run under the bottom of the board to scrape off any excess. Because I am going to pop this in the freezer, this is going to set, and I don't want to have a mess, whether it's on my sheet tray or wherever that's going. So this is just about 5 minutes in the freezer, just to make sure this has a nice set, and then we are ready for our final decoration.